Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a musical idea out of a sound sample. The first thing that you have to do is you have to listen to your sound sample and you have to decide which sounds you're going to use from it. Now you don't have to use all the sounds in the sample and you can always duplicate some of the sounds in the sample. So let's go ahead and give a listen to this.
Where words fail, music speaks.
It's me saying where words fail, music speaks. Great. So I want to use the two words music and speaks. So I'm going to zoom in and chop those two words out. Okay. I can see that music is right here.
Music speaks.
Okay. So here's music. Do that. And then here's speaks. Do that. Great. So I have my words chosen, music and speaks. The next step is to make sure to create a pattern within one measure. We're using one single measure to create a pattern just because it's easy to duplicate. Later on we can make patterns that are more measures in length, but we're going to start off with one measure patterns. So you're going to clean up your sounds so that the words start right at the beginning of the loops. And I'm going to start by looking at music, making sure that the front is edited so that music starts right at the beginning.
Music, music, music.
There we go. And I'm going to trim up the end as well. So music is ready. And then speaks is over here. I'll play with speaks later. But I'm going to start by putting the first sound right at the beginning of the measure. That's always a good idea to put the first sound at the beginning of the measure because it makes it easy to repeat. So music is going to go there. I'm going to copy music, Control-C, and I'm going to paste music again. Now, when I'm lining up my sounds in my pattern, I want to use the grid in Soundtrap. You can see the grid is all these light vertical lines that go through all of the loops. You want your sounds to begin at one of these vertical lines. And as you slowly drag your sound along, Soundtrap will help you by snapping the sound into place as part of the grid. So this is where you get to sort of experiment with your sounds and move them around and find good placements for them that you think sound good. I suggest trying somewhere, putting the sounds in a place that you like, that line up with the grid, and then listening to it with the beat that you have.
Music, music.
Yeah, that's fine. Be there.
Music, music.
I like that. A little bit of syncopation. So I have music, music. Maybe you add more sounds to it, more iterations of music. But now I'm going to work with speaks. Okay, and speaks sounds like this. Yeah. Now, at the beginning of speaks, I like the S, so I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to chop out that S, just like this. Okay, so I have the S here.
Speaks.
Okay. Okay, so I have the S here, and then I had speaks here. I'm going to make a little sound effect with this S. That'll sound pretty cool. I'm going to take it and copy it and paste it a couple times. There we go. All right, now I'm going to line up the S. Zoom in a little bit farther so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to line up the S right around here. I want to see the end. Okay, so I'm going to line up the S and the grid like this. I'm going to start right here, and then the next one will be right after it, and the next one will be right after it, like that, and then I'll put speaks right there. Okay, and if I zoom out and I go back to the beginning, I have my
music, music, speaks.
Cool. Let's listen to it with the drums.
Music, music, speaks.
There we go. And that's how you create a musical idea out of a sound sample.